Welcome to Beyond the Mind. Today we'll explore Vedic cosmology, its cycles of time, the layered worlds called Lokas, and surprising echoes in modern cosmology and neuroscience. We'll also do a simple experiment you can try right now. This is a conversation about images, ideas, and small steps you can take to feel the patterns for yourself. Imagine a wheel so large that everything you know fits on a single spoke. Imagine the wheel breathing, expanding, pausing, then contracting again and again. For centuries, Vedic thinkers described the world with this image. They used words like kalpa and yuga to name vast cycles. They used Lokas to map different modes of experience. These are not just poetic pictures. They are tools for living, for attention, and for practice. When the texts name a kalpa or a yuga, they are naming rhythms of change. A kalpa is a mythic day of creation and rest. Inside it are yugas, ages of rising and falling order. These cycles nest inside one another. Your life sits inside a yuga. A yuga sits inside a kalpa. Seeing time this way shifts how you think. Time becomes rhythm, not a straight line. You begin to expect renewal, not just an end. The Lokas are names for layers of experience. Bur points to the physical world. Bhuvar points to the liminal, the space of dreams and imagination. Svar marks a bright, pleasurable realm. Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka point to subtler states of awareness. Think of these not as places on a map, but as ways the mind can feel and move. Rituals, ethics, and meditation are the technologies the tradition gives to move through these layers. The claim is practical. Certain practices change attention and perception in reliable ways. Modern thinkers speak in different terms, but sometimes they land on similar shapes. For many years, cosmology told a single story. One Big Bang followed by expansion. Recently, scientists have proposed models where the universe repeats in some fashion. Roger Penrose's conformal cyclic cosmology says one universe's far future can transform into the next universe's beginning. Other scientists like Paul Steinhardt and Neil Turok have described cyclic models where contraction and expansion repeat. These are mathematical ideas with testable predictions. They are not myths dressed up as science, but their structure, epochs handing off to new epochs, echoes the Vedic image of cycles. This resemblance is interesting, but it is not proof. Science demands clear predictions and careful statistics. When Penrose and others suggested faint patterns in the cosmic microwave background might be traces of earlier cycles, other researchers tested the claim and offered alternative explanations. The debate is ongoing. The key point is not that myth is proven. The key point is that poetic images can inspire precise scientific questions. That translation from metaphor to testable idea is where the work gets exciting. On the scale of the mind, neuroscience maps cycles and baseline states that match the Vedic idea of layers. One important discovery is the default mode network, or DMN. The DMN is active when the mind is not engaged with the outside world, when we daydream, tell ourselves stories, or run mental lists. It helps create our sense of a continuous self. To make this video more shareable, here are 2 short prompts you can use. First, post your 1-sentence report and tag 2 friends to try it. Second, pick a side, linear time or circular time, and explain your choice in 1 sentence. Short, bold prompts spark conversation. Combine the practice, the report, and a simple debate, and you have the basic loop that helps ideas go viral. Do say share. If you want a slightly longer test, try a 7-day experiment. For 7 days, practice 10 minutes of focused attention each morning. At night, write 3 lines. How often your attention wandered during practice, whether your sense of time felt different that day, and 1 pattern you noticed in mood or behavior. After the week, scan your notes. Do you see a trend? Share your findings with a friend and invite them to try it too. Social proof increases participation and creates shareable results. It is important to be honest about limits. Penrose's ideas and cyclic cosmologies are active research projects. Some claimed signals in the cosmic background are subtle and contested. Neuroscience finds clear patterns about attention and the DMN, but effects vary by person and method. Present the uncertainty. Honesty builds trust and invites curious people to learn more. If you want to go deeper intellectually, read primary sources and clear introductions. Try a readable translation of an Upanishad or a selected Purana. Pair that with an accessible book on modern cosmology and a review of contemplative neuroscience. Holding these texts side by side does not force them to be the same. It makes room for a conversation that sharpens questions and suggests experiments. Here is a useful thought to hold lightly. Our minds evolved to spot cycles because cycles mattered for survival: day and night, seasons, migrations. If human pattern detectors favor certain symmetries, myths and math might converge simply because both come from the same pattern-seeking minds. That idea does not shrink wonder. It deepens it. It suggests the wheel we see outside and the wheel we feel inside may both come from how we make sense of repeating patterns. Before we close, 3 quick actions you can take now. 1. Do the 1-minute attention test and post your 1-sentence report in the comments. 2. Pick a side, linear or circular, and explain in 1 sentence. 3. If you have 7 days, try the 10-minute daily practice and keep the short nightly log. If you post your results, tag this channel or the video. I'll collect responses and make a follow-up exploring trends and surprises. Remember, this project is not about proving ancient cosmologies in a lab or reducing spiritual experience to brain scans. It's about combining curiosity, disciplined method, and small, shared experiments. Vedic cosmology offers practical heuristics for noticing patterns. Modern cosmology provides mathematical frameworks to ask whether the universe repeats. Neuroscience gives tools to measure changes in mind. Together they form a conversation that is modest in claims and rich in questions. The wheel keeps turning. Your attention is the skill of learning to ride it. If this video nudges you toward 1 minute of practice, 1 book, or 1 week of steady attention, it has done its work. Share this with a friend who loves big ideas or who needs a minute to slow down. Post your 1-sentence minute report now. Pick a side on time in 1 sentence. Come back for a follow-up where we analyze what the crowd has to say and dive deeper into 1 contested cosmological clue. Thank you for joining Beyond the Mind. Keep asking, keep testing, and keep practicing. The invitation is to try a small step, notice what changes, and bring curiosity to both myth and measurement. The wheel turns, learn to notice the spokes.